Brothers and sisters! Brothers and sisters! I don't know what this world is coming to!
Ladies and gentlemen, haters and bitter friends, you're tuned in to the end of the bench, and it's like Cryptoland. It's your boy coming at you. You know how we do it. It's the end of the bench every 168 hours from Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time until I get tired. Now, we got a whole lot, man. We got 1 week of NBA action. We got Anthony Davis playing like an MVP. We got the Lakers playing like they don't want to be. You got scoring at an all-time high. You got teams that are doing the damn thing that we didn't even see coming. We got a whole lot going on in the sports world. Then you got the NFL, which is always exciting. You got a whole lot going on. You got promises being broken, fights being had, arguments in the middle of the field, people standing up for what they believe in and daring someone to stop them, people being called sellouts. There's a whole lot going on, man. Then you got game 1 of the World Series. Clayton Kershaw didn't do so well, but Chris Sale didn't do so well. Are we in the era of the starting pitcher being an afterthought? Analytics ruining sports? Man, we got a plate full. As you know, this is the End of the Bench podcast, airing every Wednesday from 7 to 9. 7 until Central Standard Time. Make that clear. 7 until Central Standard Time. When we run out of stuff, we're going to end the show. If it's 30 minutes worth of talk, we're going to end it at 30 minutes of talk. If it's 2 hours of talk, we're going to end it at 2 hours. If it's 5 hours, yeah, we can go 5 hours. We can go 5 hours. With that being said, I want everybody who's listening to click that link. If you've clicked the link, please feel free to subscribe and create a profile and join me in the as a bench warmer at the end of the bench, aka the chat room. We're going to have a little conversation. I love to have back and forth as I run my mouth. You know, in the chat room, you are a part of the show. You are a very important part of the show. So please be a bench warmer. We have a lot of exciting things happening. That's why I need you to also, if you are involved in social media, I want you to go to Facebook and go to the End of the Bench. THAENDOFDABENCH. The End of the Bench. And once you get there, hit like on the fan page and then join the chat group, and you can do a little sports debate with us every week, every day, all day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's always somebody in there saying something or dropping a story. So, with that being said, I need you to also go to Twitter. Follow the show page at the End of the Bench, the name of the show, THAENDOFDABENCH. And then go to YouTube and do the same thing, because the reason you want to do all this, you'll never miss anything. You will already have contacts for all the context for all the contacts. Meaning, each show is posted to YouTube. Each show is posted on my Twitter page, and then if it's something special, I'll even post a little bit on Facebook. But even if all that goes awry, if you create a profile, you'll have the ability to listen to each show as individual entities, pause and go on with the rest of your day and come back. And even if you don't want to do that, which I would really appreciate if you did, you can always, if you have iTunes or iPhone or iPad, go to your podcast app, which is the purple logo on the middle of your phone and subscribe to the show, The End of the Bench. And if you want to keep going, you can always follow me on Instagram and on Twitter with the same name, @ and that is the A with the circle, @ HRAP_B. Again, that is HRAP_B on Instagram and on Twitter. Those are my personal pages. You're going to have a good time. I do a whole lot in hip-hop. I do a whole lot of sports. I do a whole lot of and anything that you want to talk about. We're going to have a good time. But with that being said, man, you already know what time it is. It's time to get this train started. Man, I'm going to start with Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball's crown jewel is going on. Started last night. Clayton Kershaw versus Chris Sale. Anybody who knows me knows I'm anti everything that is Boston. And when you're anti everything that is Boston, you have to not like Chris Sale. And that's just, I don't like Chris Sale because he's a former White Sox. He started some foolishness on my team and pretty much got run off the team. Thank God somebody had the courage to run him off. But game 1 of the World Series is last night. 2 storied franchise. You know, the funny thing is, I really don't understand. What's up, Mo? What's good, baby? Mo Cheese, man. If y'all in the group, as people come into the chat room, Mo Cheese is my man. He's part of the X Squad. Follow him. Dope ass show. Always good stuff. Red, what's good? Welcome aboard. As y'all know, Red is one of the captains on the bench warmers. Mo, you finally a bench warmer, man. All that hard work you've done all your life. Welcome to the bench. You on the bench now, man. It's all good. Now, like I was saying, when you are looking at the Boston Red Sox, I really don't understand why they are a storied franchise. Let's understand. The Boston Red Sox were in a slump about as long as the Cubs and the White Sox. They are a team they were always the bridesmaid. They were hardly ever the bride. So, but I'm gonna give them their credit. Man, thank you, much appreciated, Mo. Thanks, man, much love. Man, if you again, as I always say, man, if you are following me on Spreaker.com, follow people like Mo Cheese, follow my man Angry Black Man, Jungle Brother. If you see me following somebody, that means they have a good show. I told y'all, it's a movement on Spreaker. It's a movement for our community. We having a whole lot of fun on this. Music, talk, sports just like this. It's going down. Follow anybody with that X Squad logo, and you will enjoy every minute of listening to their shows, interacting with people who look and sound like us, and talk about the issues that we have to talk about. But back to Boston and the Dodgers. I am a firm believer in Major League Baseball that the best team does not always win, and I'm glad. It's usually the hottest team or the team with the most continuity. When you look throughout the World Series history, look at it like this. We thought 3 years ago the Cubs were about to go on a run, and they're making the playoffs, but they're not winning more World Series. We thought the Kansas City Royals were about to go on a run, and they're out of the picture. We thought the Cleveland Indians would be back, and they're out of the picture. Now, I do understand that the Yankees and the Red Sox, how the Yankees got the name Evil Empire is beyond me, because the Red Sox spend just as much money as them. So how are they the Evil Empire? But that's another conversation for another time. The Boston Red Sox and the Dodgers locked horns last night, and due to analytics, the game that I love as baseball, the way it used to be, is about to change, and it's about to make a drastic change. They are trending toward nerd sports, as I call it. And the reason I call it nerd sports is because they're going with analytics. Analytics will only put you in a situation to where some dude behind a computer is telling you what's the probability of this happening and that happening. Sports is supposed to be drama. Sports is supposed to be played from your gut and your heart and things of that nature. So they're taking the life out of sports. Even with that being said, the rules are changing, just like basketball also. And I don't really like it. You know, you got people swinging for the fences or they're getting out. This is why Major League Baseball, this is why people are telling you that your game is boring. The chess match is being taken out of baseball. I want double plays. I want triple plays. I want strikeouts. I want pitches digging deep, like in 1987 when Jack Morris pitched into 1991 when Jack Morris pitched into the 10th or 11th inning against John Smoltz in Game 7 in the World Series. That's not going to happen anymore. And due to analytics, we're losing that aspect of the game. Even with that being said, Mookie Betts and Bradley and the Dodgers, and it was a great thing last night. It was an awesome game. Even though both pitchers were yanked very early, they got run early. And a lot of people want to blame Clayton Kershaw on this, but I don't really blame Clayton Kershaw. This is the end of the season, and Clayton Kershaw, right before our eyes, has turned from a power pitcher to a finesse pitcher. He's actually becoming a pitcher, and I'm truly enjoying that. Whatever's going on in Boston, they've taken, even though they are the first team to be successful with analytics, we all know the Moneyball situation that started in Oakland. They've taken that Moneyball situation and turned it into an actual productive situation. They've won 3 World Series using this, 2 with Theo and 1 with the new GM and the new manager. So what I am looking forward to doing is I'm enjoying Mookie Betts and Bradley and that crew, but I really don't like Boston, so it's kind of hard for me to enjoy it. On the other hand, you got people who spending a whole lot of money on the left coast. You got the Dodgers investing. The beautiful thing is the Dodgers historically operate from a position of we are going to develop our own talent, and us, just like the Yankees, will pay our own talent, and it is basically the clash of it's the nerds versus the jocks. It's the nerds with it's almost like a cliche 80s movies, whereas the nerds, Revenge of the Nerds, and they winning against these big time jocks with the money. And it looks as if the Boston Red Sox have put themselves by winning Game 1, and we all know the numbers, 72% of the teams that win Game 1 going to win the World Series and so forth and so on. But I do believe that these Dodgers have a whole lot of guts. They have a whole lot of intestinal fortitude. So hopefully we will get an awesome World Series, but I'm really not banking on it, because we are no longer playing baseball the way we knew it. We're not seeing Reggie Jackson and Bob Welsh throw 8 or 9 unnecessary pitches. We're not seeing all this nonsense. We're not seeing that. We're not seeing double plays and triple plays and stolen bases, because the computer tells you don't steal a base. So you know what? You've erased Ricky Henderson. You've erased Lou Brock. You've erased Vince Coleman and people like that from baseball. Otis Nixon, Deion Sanders. You've taken that from us. Lonnie Skate Smith, Ozzie Smith. There's a lot about baseball that is being stripped from us. So with that being said, I'm hoping it's a very good World Series. I'm hoping people are not going to, I'm hoping at some point, somehow, some way, people start using that gut again, because the computer tells you what the probability is, but the computer cannot measure heart. The computer does not put you in a situation for optimum excitement unless it's your team. The reason we watch sports is because Joe Montana might just pull this out. Tom Brady might just pull this out. Walter Payton might just put himself in a situation to whereas he is kicking ass and taking names. And I miss that from baseball, and I don't know what's going on. It's kind of crazy. But either way, let's get on to some football. Now, as you know, I'm going to switch gears with the football. As you know, I am win, lose, or tie, Raider Nation till I die. And at this point, I'm about to die dealing with the Raiders. John Gruden is dismantling my team. And as I said in the opening, we have a bunch of lies going on in football. One of the biggest lies is, even though I'm starting off with the Raiders, I'm going to veer off to Pittsburgh. It's going to be a fork in the road, so to speak. John Gruden, when he was hired at the rate of $100 million over the next 10 years, he's 6 games into this season, he's thrown in the towel. Now, people are calling him a genius. I actually had someone who's a bench warmer reach out to me on Instagram and tell me, at first I thought John Gruden was an idiot, but I'm seeing how he's stockpiling all these picks and now he's a genius. And see, This is why I have a problem with people today. You watch the television,